Well, hello everyone. Here show you the photo river. Your coloring right here, as you see right here, is to be said is considered is a drawing and coloring. But you basically see right here is that right here is you got is a Massachusetts River, and it could be also known as is like for the as like run as say a bridge run across the it's like for the the French King Bridge, or it could be that the Marlborough Bridge, you say, that will be going over the Massachusetts rivers, say on the west or east side, but of course from whatever direction that it will be facing. Of course, is that if it's like north, south, east, or west, is like so far as the distance from the sun. And of course, the sun we're aiming, probably about this direction from southeast, you say. And you got right here is the river details. But in order to be able to draw this this picture right here is basically what I went ahead and used is basically the fact about the detail about the marker that I did is of course drew it from say a print, and which I had gotten you say off the encyclopedia, but anyway, but off the computer, off the internet, but of course this picture right here of course was what you say is either was printed, you say, and more likely that maybe you would maybe find something similar is like on maybe like Google Map, or you say Google Earth, you say. But basically, the details what I have for Photo River is basically talking about what you can do with crayons. I'm talking about maybe with about 16 crayons. That the different things that you can do, and I would probably say that a lot of people would say if you were to start on a blank page like this, that you would not be able to draw this type of detail, especially if you don't have anything to draw from. But of course, that I drew this from a photo, and for Photo River, to showing you, which take me, try to take me a small amount of time, to get through what I can, but basically talking about is the river right here. Is if you were to, which I'm sure a lot of people will probably say that you know what a river pretty much looks like. But let's just say the river bank right here was started about say the east, and then when run you say to the say east to the west, you say, and which I'm sure most of us are familiar with, like the Missouri River and the Mississippi River, maybe the Merrimack River, as you say. But basically is that I'm gonna go ahead and do is coloring coloring a little bit of the river, in which I used yellow, by the way, to make it the lightest color that I can find so far as part marker. And let's go ahead and you use see here I got as you say is see this type of the blue green. Go ahead and use the blue green, but I'll go ahead and say that the start is like from say the east, work towards the west, you say, and of course most river banks that a lot of times that you got right here is the river would go at about right here, right in this direction right here. But then of course with the different depend on the way that this position of the sun, and then along with the shadows and stuff, the backlight. But you got right here is you got the river, and I would probably say that most of us would know about a river, that about the flow of it. That and if you're not exactly sure, just kind of draw it out. It's like if it were like a river stream, is to draw out the details about what you can imagine in your mind about what it looks like. But of course, in the picture, it had like this. It had like a kind of like a blue and then a green kind of mix along with it. But I would probably say that working with about maybe 5 different colors here. And you got right here is you got the river, and go ahead and see your work. Put a little bit of red in it. Just put a little bit of red in it. I don't know if it really needs to be like a rainbow type color, you say, type look on it. But you got right here, you got the river right here, and then Of course, on the side right here, the sides, is go ahead and shade this area right here, and darken it in a little bit with the black. So you just put a little bit of shade right here for the river. But a lot of us will probably say that with crayons, that you're very limited for what you can do, which the way I think, I just gotta be, you experiment around with them. That what you can do is it could be colored pencils, or it could be stencils, you say, or it could be markers. But of course, I don't know if I would recommend anything like maybe you say vinegar or any food colorings, you say, as like a type of artwork. But like for crayons, and it's like any other type of crayons that you can think of, or markers, that I really just think that really just kind of experiment around with the different colors. It's like what you see right here, and a lot of people would probably say it's like to kind of smear it around, just to kind of blend the colors together, to smear the colors around. And sometimes it's like, sometimes if you put a lot of pressure in it, of course it works sometimes. You got the river detail right there, and then after that, and then of course go ahead and use see here the red violet, to say red violet, and then of course you get the river right there. But then of course, if you want to work a little bit on the, you say is the sky. And see here, you got the part of it drawn with the blue, but go ahead and just add a little bit of green right here for the sky. But of course, I have never been to this type of location, so it's like be kind of amazed about if I draw it out and then you actually go to the same location. It's like if that's really what it looks like in real life. That I tell you what, that there's a lot of places maybe I like to explore, one of these days. That it's like you actually draw them on paper, and if they actually look you say that realistic, you say it's like from what you thought it was, and the way you drew it. But a lot of people would probably say the drawing like this, just takes too much time. More likely, they don't want to spend the time, as you say, or maybe they just say that they're just not good at it or whatever. But it's like I don't know if you really necessarily have to be good at it. At least just try. Add the type of details that what you see right here in this coloring right here, and of course that like with me, that of course it only it took me about less than an hour to be able to draw this. But let's just say that with the sky detail right here, is that I would probably say that the sky detail, that it just do not have a whole lot of detail. It's like for the clouds and stuff. But see, add just a little bit of brown right here for the sky. And a lot of us here would probably say that you don't see too much brown inside the sky. But let's just say that if you're working with the light and dark colors, I would say light and dark colors, and how you're using them, to where it makes it do different things to the photo. But you have right here, you got the sky right here, and most of us here probably see that the way the sky is positioned, that you got the clouds right here, and then along with that you get it's like the layers, like you got the for the yellow, you got one part of the sky that's we see real light, and then one part of the sky that's we say that it's dark, you say. But you got, of course, that would be about facing, which say is like so far as the east position goes, is that within about 100 feet or so, you got the mountains and cliffs right there, and the details about that. But then, of course, right here with the river, of course, just go ahead and just add just a little bit of green right here, just like if you were in a helicopter or an aircraft or whatever you call it, you'd be flying over, just like of course, my father would cry.